Look.
Listen.
Taylor.
Episode 160.
You're one of those people? You say the 160, not just 160?
Do you know how many hundreds of times you've said that, Taylor, on this very podcast every time I say that?
At least 6.
Episode Horizons, the Pokemon anime, 105. Guys, it's the big beach special. I know you've all been waiting to go surfing with spoilers, and today is the day. Hello, Geese Peep. Welcome to the beach.
Hey, guys. It's me, Geese Peep.
That perfect spot-on impression of yourself. Taylor, how's it going?
I was very excited about this episode.
Taylor?
I love a good beach episode.
Everybody adores beach episode of anime, and boy, howdy, are we ever going to get into that episode of beach anime for Horizons. But before we get into that, we do have to painstakingly, describe everything we've seen, everything we've noticed, everything we've done in the past week. I know you hate to hear it.
Imagine describing everything you noticed to somebody.
It's what we have to do.
I saw a bird, and then I saw another bird.
Okay, we can't do that the whole
The door
episode.
handle was especially cold that morning.
I think as if I'm writing a novel and reading it. Guys, before we jump into Peep of the Week, what we've been geesing, I do have in my segment that sometimes appears for both corrections and other things, I need to, Geese Peep, you're going to love this, I need to admit I've been too hard on the dub performers, the people performing English for anime. And I'll tell you why, Geese Peep. I'm sure I've watched this little featurette vignette before, but it's the first episode. It's a little documentary, right? And it's the first episode of Pokemon Sun and Moon. And it's showing Sarah Nacho Chomi, whatever her name is, the voice of Ash in English, dubbing the first episode of Sun and Moon. And I got to tell you guys, it's a miracle the English actors can get anything remotely usable. Because here's what happens to the Japanese performers. They go into a booth, they get a script, they deliver a performance. The animators animate off of their performance. That's all they have to do is be an actor and give a performance. Easy. If you're a good actor, easy. The English performers, they don't even really get a chance to perform. They watch the Japanese. They're told, okay, kind of imitate that. But also, more importantly, watch those lip flaps and get it perfectly aligned to that with what you're doing. They're just solving a puzzle. To me, that's not even acting. That's just a separate job.
Don't they also do that in editing, though?
What do you mean?
Extend lip flappies, change them a little bit?
I don't know if the Pokemon anime does it. I'm guessing
I thought that was a general dubbing thing for anime.
The last case scenario thing.
I was just
not
watching
a first case.
Second case. I was just watching the little animated, well, it wasn't animated. I mean, the cartoon was animated, but it was live action. It was a real documentary of Sarah Nachichomi doing this. And I just realized, you would need to also have skills as an actor to do this. But what she's doing is not being a character and performing. She is literally just doing I don't even know what I would describe it as, just solving a puzzle of trying to match a lip flap while copying something else. That being said, you will recall that Walto, Pokemon Concierge, better in English. So who's to say what's going on over there? Am I right?
Was it better in English?
Taylor, I watched both, and season 2's coming out, but season 1, English was better. I'm going to have to, when we cover Pokemon Concierge season 2, I'm going to have to watch them in both languages to compare and contrast.
The implications of this are crazy.
It's the implication. Okay, that's all I have to say. So shouts out English voice actors. Man, you have a tough job, I'm telling you. It's now time for Week of the Geese. What you been beeping? Geese? Beep?
Wasn't that a horror movie? Like Week of the Bear or Week of the Shark or something like that?
I'd imagine so, yes. Geese Peep, I've been talking too much. Why don't you start us off with Peep of the Week? What you been geesing? What's been going on?
I just got back from Florida. I was at the beach, and guys, it's pretty hot in Florida right now. It was 90 degrees and also like 60% humidity, so it felt like 105. But I still managed to get some beach days. But now that I'm back, I'm not doing anything. I got back last night, and there's literally no food in this house. I ate half of a bar of sharp cheddar cheese that I found for dinner, and I had a lot of pretzels.
Wow. That's crazy. Does that conclude your Geese of the Week? What you been peeping?
First off, I watched The Name of the Rose with my parents. It was an okay movie. Next, Michael helped me finish the main line boss of Donkey Kong.
Bananza. Oh my goodness gracious. Taylor, did I mention this? I probably would not have mentioned this, but in the final boss of Donkey Kong Bananza, I knew what I had to do, but the first time I tried it, it didn't work. So I ended up beating the boss the most difficult way imaginable, taking 10 times as long as it should have done, because the main damage dealing thing you're supposed to do, you're supposed to hit this big giant ball back at the final boss. I just never did it. So I was just in that boss fight forever. So when I helped her as Pauline, we hit the ball and we beat it, the final boss, much quicker. Shouts out.
Here's the thing. Am I compelled to get all of the gems and all of the whatevers?
That's what I did.
No.
Oh. But you spent $70 on the game.
That's exactly a great point, and that's exactly why I'm going to push through it.
Taylor, are you prepared for your watch and playing Geese of the Week? What you been? Peep? Been?
Everybody knows how I feel about Clair Obscure Expedition 33.
Name me one person that does not know.
You can't. Maybe Geese's mother, but I'm sure she knows. I am doing everything I can to avoid that.
I'm a huge JRPG fan.
I have gone down the route of listening to Darksiders lore to fall asleep. I have started playing Darksiders 2. I put 6 hours into Darksiders 2. Definitive edition.
Did you beat Darksiders 1?
I beat Darksiders 1, and according to trophies not popping in Darksiders 2, I have also beaten Darksiders 2. I had to go back, install the PS5 version of Darksiders 2, and then restart from the beginning. Have I still done that instead of Clair Obscure Expedition 33? Yes. Is it an awful port with a ton of screen tearing, a ton of slowdown, and just a great game that had an awful transition to PS5? Yes.
I have tried to play Darksiders 1 so many different times. When it came out, everybody said, oh, it's just like Zelda. And I never got to the Zelda. It was kind of God of War-ish. But
I don't know why my brain first went to cider, as in the drink. I was like, Dark cider.
Liza P loves Dark cider.
Oh, I forgot I played
She drinks it all the time with her friend Clair Obscura.
Yes. 3 things, Taylor.
Yes.
Every day I want to play Clair Obscure Expedition 33 more, but I will wait until it's free or maybe a steep discount. Number 2, I did play 5 seconds of Liza P, but then I said, well, this is a Souls-like, and I didn't even beat any of the other Souls-likes that I've purchased outside of Elden Ring Vanilla. So I'm going to play those before I even mess around with this. Taylor, please.
I'll be honest with you. I would be shocked if you finish Liza P.
I uninstalled it, so I'd be shocked too.
I love a nice Elder Scrolls. Wait, what is it?
Elden Ring?
Elden Ring.
I love a nice Elden Ring vanilla in my Dark Cider.
All right, Taylor.
Nicely done, Geese.
Good work. Did you have more to say about Darksiders, or do you want to talk about Last Breath?
Yes. Yeah, it's a great series. I'm kind of curious what bounced off of you for Darksiders.
It wasn't Zelda, wasn't it? It seemed like it was God of War, and then it seemed like a Ninja Gaiden 1 on Xbox puzzle happened, where you have to shoot something through a moving blade or something. I don't know.
It is a Zelda clone with a bunch of God of War combat in a kind of grungy, metal-y
spoilers. I've got a Zelda clone to discuss in a minute, but please continue, Taylor. Please tell us about Last Breath.
So there are a lot of dive-related accidents that happen. A lot of people go too deep, and it's very scary. What?
That was not where I thought that was going.
Yeah. But it's always people pushing the limits, right? You hear about this kind of stuff all the time. Thrill seekers, record holders, people who want to do a halo jump while drinking coffee or whatever.
They made a whole song about it. It's called Push It to the Limit, but on.
Oh, yeah. It was in one of the Alvin and the Chipmunks movies?
Past the point of no return. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So is this a movie about freediving?
No, it's not. It is a movie about, although there's definitely one for that. The funny thing is, if you look this movie up, there are like 16 movies called The Last Breath, and they all came out pretty recently. There's this one, which is a documentary. There's The Last Breath with Woody Harrelson, which is a weird, and Simu
Simile? What's Simile?
Simu Liu? Is that his name?
No,
He's in a bunch of Marvel movies and Barbie.
Okay, I didn't realize there was a pause between "the" and Lee.
And that's the dramatic telling of this.
Ah.
There's also a Last Breath that's about people rescuing somebody from a shipwreck, and there's a great white in it, just a generic B-movie shark experience.
Yeah, romantic.
And then there's another one that I can't remember, but it's very silly. The problem is it's such a sick movie. Anyway, this one follows the final dive of Dave Shaw, who is, I think, an Australian scuba diver.
Dave the Diver? It's about him?
Pretty much.
Wow.
It was told really well. The music was kind of like interesting. The way they combined footage of people reenacting things was pretty cool. The informative parts were really cool. Learning about exactly what cave diving to depth entails was really cool. And the ending was, I guarantee it was exactly what they wanted to do. The last maybe quarter of it, talking about people reenacting what would have happened underwater, what it shows the footage that he recorded, which is incredibly eerie. It's a very depressing, very unnerving documentary, but if you're into diving, it's worth a look.
All you do is watch depressing, sad, terrible films.
Lately.
Scary. Spoilers for next week's episode.
After watching this, Taylor, do you promise to never go cave diving?
I promise to never.
That should have been an easy yes.
The problem is I've also been watching a lot of Jonathan Baird's Blue World, and he makes rebreather diving and cave diving seem so fun. That's what everyone should really go watch, is Jonathan Baird's Blue World, and just learn about him learning about diving. He's great.
No, everybody save yourself. Nobody cave dive. Too dangerous.
Yeah, cave diving is very dangerous, and I'm too big.
Yeah, we'd never fit. In my Geese of the Week, what I've been peeping, I saw the film Nobody 2.
Oh, how was that? There's a non-marketed film.
Is that Scary Movie?
No, it's John Wick Jr. I watched the first Nobody. I didn't have any interest in seeing this film, but I do need to take advantage of my AMC A-list, and for some reason, I don't know why, I can't see Naked Gun yet, so I just have to wait. Oh, I don't know. I mean, this could be any reason.
That's so rough. Are you waiting for somebody?
Yeah, I don't know. But here's the thing.
It's never going to happen.
Well, it might not. I have to keep checking every week to see if it's still in theaters.
Well, don't worry. You'll see Naked Gun, and we'll all play Diablo 4. It'll happen.
Anyway.
Wait.
That's what he is doing, is waiting. That's why he hasn't seen it yet.
No, if it's going to get out of the theaters before the next time you see me, you can go see it. But you just have to watch it with me at some point.
Yeah. What was I talking about? Oh, I wasn't going to watch Nobody 2, but I looked at the Rotten Tomatoes and it was pretty good. So I thought, okay. And there are people out there that like it, clearly. So it doesn't make any sense. It's just, I find this with a lot of things. When something is what I feel to be a pretty blatant copy of something.
That's what this certainly seems like.
Yeah, it is to me. Then I just get into this. It even happens with when I play Bloodstain for Castlevania. It feels like, okay, so I'm playing this copy, but every piece of lore to me is completely unimportant because it's not the real lore. Like the John Wick universe is pretty deep at this point. I care about the lore.
The problem is it's way older than that. Think about the movie Taken. The movie Taken was this exact same premise. Somebody being pulled back into a very violent life. It's an old story.
I don't mean that. John Wick specifically, like the way they do the combat and everything. And it's really had a time to build its thing. It's just, they're trying to be silly. It's like, oh my goodness, what if John Wick's on vacation with his family? And it's just,
Minus the League of Assassins.
Well, there's some of those. What I have to say is I don't know why it was made. Clearly, I'm wrong because plenty of people liked it, but...
How'd it do, box-wise?
Oh, there's nobody in that theater. I don't think it sold any tickets. Yeah, there's nothing there for me. Like, if it... Maybe this would make more sense as a movie in the 90s or the early 2000s. I don't know.
They probably had like some kind of contract where they had to make 2 of those movies.
I mean, hey, shouts out. Bob Odenkirk is great. I have no problem supporting him. And everybody of the other actors get a paycheck too. Isn't that nice? But
you should go watch The Equalizer because that's super similar.
But the whole time I was watching this movie, I was like, God, I could be catching shinies right now. So that's not a great thing to be thinking while you're watching the movie. Also this week, I played the winner of perhaps worst title this year, The Adventures of Elliot, the Millennium Tales debut demo.
How was it? Oh, I wish it was on PlayStation.
Is it not coming to PlayStation at all?
It is, but the demo isn't.
Much like Mina the Hollower demo is only on Switch too, and that's one of my most anticipated games. That's from the Shovel Knight guys. It's a Game Boy Color designed, sort of like Oracle of Seasons and Ages with a mouse, and that's super good. I played that.
Oh, kind of like a Game Boy version of Darksiders.
Nah. But so here's the thing about Adventures of Elliot. Again, bad name. Fun gameplay, beautiful 2D sprites. What's odd is for the 3D backgrounds, they make it look like bad PS1, which surprises me. I don't think it looks that great. I think they would have been better off doing like a pre-rendered thing or a beautiful artwork. The mixing of the 2D plus bad 3D, I don't know. But it feels great to move around and combat's fun. My only thing is, I don't know if Adventures of Elliot Millennium Kitchen is going to be a situation where I actually play it and beat it as if it were an actual Zelda, or if it's going to be a 3D Dot Game Heroes / Alundra situation where I don't play much of it and get bored and turn it off. So you be the judge with the demo.
What was your time in 3D Dot Game Heroes?
My time? What do you mean?
How long you played that game before you gave it up?
For a while, probably.
I played like an hour.
Yeah, at least. I made myself game. You could make yourself, you choose what you look like. So I followed the online guide to make myself look like Link. So I'm extra excited and fun. And
oh man, I played it and I went out and I bought that disc at a store.
Yeah, me too. Everybody did back then. There wasn't digital games.
I'm just thinking about all the effort that I went into. I got in my car, I drove to the store, I said, yes, I will purchase 3D Dot Game Heroes above all other games.
Are we prepared for Poké-news? It's
Poké-news?
Poké-news. I mean, it's huge. It's right after World Poké-news of the Week. I don't think we've ever had I don't think we've ever had a Poké-news of the Week bigger than this, you guys. You kidding me?
Really?
There's a lot of news. News number 1.
Huh.
We got your boy ready to roll. Shiny Ting Lu. I've already beaten plenty of them, Taylor, so don't worry. You're getting the shiny. I used my boy Ceruledge using Bitter Blade. Spoilers, just how he prepares potatoes and carrots. I already did that. Congratulations, everyone. The first 2 weeks
Good
I used
job, guys.
The first 2 of them I used Ceruledge with Bitter Blade. This week I used a shiny Flapple with Grav Apple. And a nice grassy terrain to heal my friends. So that was very nice of me. Next Poké-news of the Week, Taylor. It's your boy, Eternatus. Everybody went to Anaheim and already got their Eternatus. Honestly, here's what I should be saying this week. I should be saying, guys, I just got back from Anaheim. I had a wonderful time. Did I? No, I went to stupid work like an idiot. But anyway, do I have an Eternatus? No, I'm going to have to wait. But we're going to have 100 people in our Dynamax raids instead of 100. I mean, 100 instead of 40. Next Poké-ZA. Poké-news, guess what? We got a battle club. That's right, 4-player battles. Nobody saw this coming. Very exciting. Play with your friends. 4-player battle. Also, very exciting, Geese Peep. Next year, we're getting Pokemon Worlds 2026 in San Francisco. And in addition to the World Championships, we're getting Pokemon XP, a big giant fan event. Should be lots of fun. Very exciting.
Let's go. When?
August 28th through the 30th, 2026. Tickets go on sale next month. Next Poké-news is, by the time this goes live, you'll already know what this is. There's something called a building incident. I don't know if they're being silly, but they said viewer discretion is advised. I think The rumor is they are going to be teasing Mega Victory Bell, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. By the time this is live, you'll know. Also, next piece of news. There's a lot of news, guys. A lot of news. So, Pokemon Champions is a video game that's coming out, and it's going to be used for the World Championships for the battling, so no more Scarlet and Violet next year. And in order to account for every type of transformation that every generation has, like Mega Evolution or Gigantamax or Terastalization, all those things, they're introducing an item called the Omni Ring. And it's a ring you put around your arm in Pokemon Champions, and now you can do whatever you want. Very exciting.
It's like a Z ring.
Well, it's a Z ring in addition to several other rings. Exactly. And that concludes Poké-news of the week. It is now time to discuss an episode of Pokemon. Please tell us what happened last time on Pokemon in English.
Previously on Pokemon. The gang, minus everybody but Liko, met, wait. Oh, yeah, that does make sense. The gang, minus everyone but Liko, met Amethio for the first time in ages.
Geese Peep, can you please tell us the name of this week's episode in English?
Gholdengo goes surfing after the storm.
Your favorite Pokemon, or in Japanese, Arashi no Chinami nori saarfgoh. Geese, please give us a one-sentence synopsis for this week's episode of Pokemon, episode 105.
Sometimes the right path is having fun with your friends.
Wow, that is the moral of the beginning of this episode.
Is it?
No, the title of this episode is way after that happens. Guys, we open on the Brave Olivine by Geese People. Are we by some tide pools, perhaps? Is this a tide pool type zone we're looking at here? You kidding me?
I didn't see any tide pools.
Well, it's by the ocean, and we're in a storm, and Ludlow is looking out. Oh, wow. He makes himself a classic haiku about Quagsire in the water. Wow. Honestly, with weather like this, I think it's time to be Mighty G. Everybody's favorite character, Geese Peep. Go, Sharpedo. Time to swim in the storm. The children inside the Brave Salami, the Great Olivine, also would like to swim, but they're not capable of swimming in a storm, and boy, do I ever feel bad for Ult, because that boy is already in his goggles and swim trunks, and he can't go swimming.
I'm just thinking about every time I've been near water and every time I've seen weather. And I want to know how everybody got so prepared, and they're clearly in a horizon-to-horizon black sky squall. Like, how does that work in your head, where you're like, we could still get in the water?
I don't know. In the summer in Florida, it's almost always storming, right? So it could be storming and then fine for 5 minutes and then storming again. So sometimes, I just have my goggles on, go a quick dip in the pool, it starts thundering, go back inside, and then wait it out and come right back out.
Sableye sees Mighty G out in the water. I don't think anybody believes him, though. Time for a theme song. We're back from the theme song, and we're with our boy Amethio, and he's also out in the storm. Sir, you are going to die. You're just on a Corviknight, flying around in the biggest storm we've ever seen. Taylor, did you hear Amethio say, Skoshi?
He did. No one can say it as good as sales rep.
Oh my God. Corviknight, look, it's land in front of us. We'll make it for sure. Wait, what is that in the ocean? Is it a bird? A plane? No, it's the Mighty G. And we get an amusing scene, Geese Peep, where Mighty G says, let your bird rest, get on my shark. And they did not animate Amethio going from the sky to the back of Sharpedo.
They cut so many corners on the animation this episode.
Oh God, because I was laughing so hard because as soon as he says that, I was thinking to myself, wow, this is going to be interesting watching him go from up there to down there, and they don't even bother. They don't bother.
I saw Mighty G come out, and I'm thinking, oh, look at the animation. What a great job. It looks just like All Might. Kudos to you, animators. And I noticed the rest of the episode happen, and I think, oh, they did all of their animating in that frame.
Yeah. Such a good cut of just Amethio on there. because as soon as he says that, I'm picturing, so are they going to animate Amethio just flying through the sky, Tears of the Kingdom style, in the storm? Because that's the only thing I can imagine, because we see that shot of Corviknight going into the Pokeball. So when we see the shot of Corviknight going to the Pokeball, my brain says, okay, Amethio was in the sky. Corviknight's in a Pokeball. We're going to Tears of the Kingdom. No, it just straight cut to on the back of Sharpedo. Very funny. Very funny.
And Amethio couldn't take the sub that he originally used to run away because he broke it.
Yeah, it's probably broken. Oh, well. Aqua jet us to land, Sharpedo. Okay, we reach land, and look, it's a nice little cave we can go into and speak English for some reason. Did you notice there's like a full scene of English? Just a bunch of, hello, mister.
I wish it was a lot more.
Oh, yeah? You just want to watch the dub girls?
It would have been, because they do that all the time in South Korean dramas, where they're like, okay, hey, listen, we need these people to have careers outside of Korea, so let's have them saying a lot of English words.
Sure, yeah. Coming out, Ceruledge and Corviknight. We're in a cave now. Then they talk for a while. There's some arguments back and forth about something. Here's what we discover about both these guys, both Mighty G and Amethio. They're some tired boys, Geese Peep. They're both very exhausted. Amethio's sick. Mighty G's back's a hurting because he can't hold the transformation for that long.
Amethio pulls a meat and hasn't eaten any real food and thus faints.
Yeah, can't even walk.
So Mighty G is going to teach us and Amethio how to cook.
Mighty G says, let's eat some curry. Just gives Amethio all the ingredients for curry.
And the pot.
Yeah, everything he could possibly need to prepare some curry. Then he just picks up his Sharpedo, hysterical when he does that, and walks out the cave, transforms back into his normal form, peeks back into the cave, and realizes, oh no, Amethio does not know how to cook. He's just, the poor boy, he's just holding a bunch of pots and pans.
Which makes it even more peculiar that he was on that island for a year.
Well, remember, that's why they showed the scene of him trying to cook a berry. And I don't think, it doesn't make sense that he was on the island for a year. He would have flown off with Corviknight, I guess. So then he retransforms because Amethio's not allowed to see him as Ludlow. And he says, much like Geese Peep just declared, Amethio, I got to teach you how to cook.
And then there's some ska.
Is it ska? I asked in my notes, what is this, Bossa Nova? It is ska, you said?
It's ska.
It's ska, okay. Quagsire, water gun that rice. We have to clean it. I write to myself, why this episode opening is rather silly. I was not expecting Mighty G teaches Amethio how to cook as the opening of this episode. Cut the potato, Sharpedo, Ceruledge, bitter blade those carrots. Very funny. Mighty G chopping onions by holding a Sharpedo and just using the sharp fin of Sharpedo to cut onions. Great.
Yeah, he couldn't do it itself.
Great scene. Then we get lots of puns with pain and crying and onions. But here's the moral of the story, Geese Peep. Amethio, his clothes, they're wet. We got to dry your clothes. Take them off, wring them out, dry them out. You're going to catch a cold, Amethio.
This kid grew up super rich, did not learn any life skills.
Nope. Corviknight, start hurricaning that shirt. Thank you very much. Oh, God, too much, Corviknight. Please stop. Jeez. Okay. All right, everybody. Curry is ready. Boy, oh boy, is it ever Oishi des. Mighty G, he's in a lot of pain, Geese Peep, because he can't keep holding this transformation, and he's about to walk out, but Amethio says, oh, yeah, that's fine. I'm used to eating alone. At which point, Mighty G says, gosh darn it, this poor boy. I'm going to have to stick the transformation even longer to eat curry with this boy. For Geese Peep's episode synopsis, actually. They eat the curry together, Geese Peep, and they have a heart-to-heart. It's all about making good decisions, Geese Peep, and he says, good boy, Amethio, good boy. And Amethio says, please don't treat me like a child.
Very funny. Good stuff.
Good stuff. We cut to the next day, bright and sunny, and looks like the storm has gone away because we can just swim. There's not a cloud in the sky, Geese Peep.
The first half of the episode is over. It could have been... Basically, this episode is like 2 little episodes.
Yeah, 2 little guys. Mighty G swims away. He rides on Sharpedo, and we cut to a beach that I would imagine is nearby, given the fact that, spoilers, we will see Ludlow later this episode. We see Wiglet, Palpitoad, Meryl, Clobupus, and I'll tell you right now, I've never said that Pokemon's name in my life. I've maybe said his evolution, Graplocked, but I've never said Globulus in my life.
I don't even know this guy.
He's from Generation 8. He's a Galar Pokemon. He's a little tiny octopus. We see a Shelter. Oh my God, Gholdengo is surfing. Can you believe it? He's my boy. It's Geese Peep's favorite Pokemon. What? He's dropping coins everywhere. Taylor loves Gholdengo. Look at him.
Looking mascot.
Okay, first of all, that's a good point, but
He's
Gholdengo's adorable.
They're all amazing. The whole line. Why do you think they put such respect on their name by making them Pokemon number 999 and Pokemon number 1000 respectively? He's dropping coins everywhere. It's time for a commercial break. We're back from that commercial break. During the commercial break, we do see another very good Amethio eye catch. Shouts out. But we're back from the commercial break. Ult is running in the water. We got fun music. Roy's swimming after him with his little goggles. Oh my God, there's an Aloma Mola. Liko and all her Pokemon, they're in inner tubes.
Guys, the beach fashion, I'm living for it. We got Liko in a Sprigatito inspired outfit with the green and the pink. And then we got Molly in a cool blue little two-piece situation. And Oreos in this beautiful, flamenco dancer-esque outfit. It's amazing.
It's fantastic. Best fashion for Oreos. Top 2 for Oreos.
Yeah.
And did you see, Geese Peep? Adorable little Pagogo-chan just a swimming. He's just a little turtle. He loves to swim in the ocean. He loves
the water.
Yeah. Everybody's ready for the beach except for Dot. She is not a beach girly, Geese Peep.
Classic emo kid.
Yeah,
underneath the umbrella in full sleeves.
She does have a Quaxwell, and that Quaxwell would just love to be in that water. She doesn't swim in the ocean, and so she's just gonna leave. She says, "Guys, I gotta make little YouTube shorts and little Instagram reels based off the collab with INO anyway.
We need money.
Yeah.
Molly tells everyone to hydrate, much like Michael tells everyone to hydrate all the time.
Well, some people already hydrate by themselves, and they don't even need a reminding. Some people.
I do the exact same thing. So you need to. My mom and Guncan both give me such a hard time about how much I tell everybody to hydrate, including Guncan's mother. Ooh. I'm always just shaking water bottles at her.
Smart. Not to be missed, there is a couple Pixel Machokes swimming in the water having a good time. Just so everybody's aware of that, please.
I was very surprised. We haven't talked about it yet, but at the commercial break, my breakdown or expectations for the episode, I was thinking, what on earth is this gonna be?
Yeah, I didn't even do a halfway checkpoint in my head this week because it was just all over the place. I didn't know what to expect. I mean, I guess it was fun and funny so far.
Yeah.
I'll tell you right now.
Full story with Amethio and Mighty G.
I'll tell you right now. Don't know what score I'm going to give this. Normally, I have an idea. We're going to have to decide, figure it out as we go along, guys.
I feel the exact same way because when I finished watching it, I was like, man, this is a great episode. But thinking about it, I'm like, what happened?
Also, we forgot to do Geese Peep. How did she feel about last week's episode? So that's good.
How'd you feel last week, Geese?
I thought we'd do it at the end.
Oh, right, we'll good score. Good score.
So, Dot, what are you doing back? I thought you left. Oh, my God, it's Gimme Ghoul's curse. It done got her again. Jeez Louise. Geese Peep, you can't lie to me. Gimme Ghoul's little face, his little smirk, playing around in his little chest full of coins. He's the cutest, Geese Peep.
Very much so.
I just like that man.
It's pretty good. I just don't like Gholdengo.
No, he's wonderful. So, Dot's under the spell. She's collecting a bunch of coins. We got the rest of the kids talking to blonde mustache, Alolan Diglett shirt surfer man. He has a pun name in Japanese that I don't really understand. Maybe it's going to be translated as surfer dad, something. I don't know.
Yeah, the writing in this episode wasn't the best.
Nah, it's wonderful. But he tells them all about Gholdengo, how he's surfing. Oh, wow. Look how cool he is. Everybody, look. Ooh, he's so sick. But Geese Peep, we've got a certain little captain approaching at this point. Who is it?
Cat and Pikachu.
along with Murdoch, and I was writing Chubby Lycanroc. Did Lycanroc lose all his weight? He looked normal.
I guess so.
I think so, yeah.
For the beach. I was excited to have Chubby Lycanroc the whole
bod.
series. What? Geese Peep?
Beach bod.
Lycanroc working on his summer body. Wow, guys. We're all here to surf. Captain Pikachu loves to surf. There's great waves going on ever since the big giant storm yesterday. Does that check out, Taylor? Do you get good waves after a big giant storm?
Yes.
Well,
as somebody who has attempted to surf a hurricane surge despite having little to no surfing experience and broke a rib, that is something that happens.
Wow.
Taylor, why are you like this?
This was years ago.
I had such PTSD watching big waves, just thinking about the giant waves. And what city were we in?
Laguna. Those were we drove all the way out there.
Yeah, you had to get. I mean, there's typos. Anyway, where's Ludlow?
We had fun.
Yeah, everybody had fun. I don't know where Ludlow is, but look, it's Gholdengo. Wow, everybody's favorite Pokemon. You can't even argue. What, Taylor?
I'm going to keep going back to this because I'm trying to sort of sense my own feelings on this episode.
Yes.
Gholdengo was barely in the episode.
I mean, they named the episode after him, so he's very important, very sick man.
Nothing makes sense.
Taylor, Gimme Ghoul looks up to that man so much. He's in awe. He's always pretending to surf in his little basket of coins.
Which is just a dumb... I didn't like that. Because it's the exact same thing that Fuecoco does to other fire Pokemon.
To Charizard.
Except it feels more authentic when Fuecoco's doing it.
Wait.
It doesn't feel great when Gimme Ghoul's doing it.
First of all, Scourge! First of all, he's Crocolore now, but second of all, it was all fire Pokemon? I thought he just looked up to Charizard in general, or specifically.
I thought there was another one.
What, did you really like Cinescorch or something?
I think maybe other ones, but specifically to Charizard.
Right into looklistandcast@gmail.com. Was Fuecoco and Crocolore always looking up to...
There was at least one more.
Was he always looking up to every fire Pokemon or just Charizard? Anyway, guys, we got a bunch of children and a bunch of Quagsires running up to Gholdengo to take a picture. He's hot stuff. He's big man on campus, Pokemon number 1000, the coolest Pokemon in the world. Oh, very cute moment, by the way, Geese Peep, when little baby Gimme Ghoul manages to squeeze his way in there and he's dropping a coin and Gholdengo picks up his coin and flicks it back into Gimme Ghoul's little coin chest. Very sick, very cute. Guys, It is time to surf. Everybody's going to surf except for Dot because she's back in her room. We're going to cut over there. She's editing or something. And once again, Gimme Ghoul, I do love you, but you need to leave Dot alone because she sneaks right through the Quaxley door, the doggy door, to just immediately send her back outside to collect more coins. Jeez Louise. Searching for coins again. I'm getting so frustrated.
They're doing the best they can with that bit, but it is it's an intrinsically time-wasting bit that doesn't have a payoff.
They do it too many times. They even do it again with Dot trying to cover the doggy door with a bunch of things. Gimme Ghoul still manages to curse her, and they don't show how. I don't know if he can just do it telepathically without even looking at her through the door. They don't explain.
It should have come up at maybe 2 points in this episode, and it should have come up, I don't know, in future episodes after this ending.
Oh, God, I forgot we're not even done with it yet. By the way, Dot collecting all the coins, very much Geese Peep collecting shells at the beach.
The beach calls me
every time. How does that go? The song from the Moana.
Moana? Oh, and it's impossible. And
that was the Gimme Ghoul song.
Exactly. Man, guys,
it calls me.
Exactly. Quaxwell. Oh, he's just looking at everybody having so much fun, and he wants to serve.
He's looking at the ocean like I look at the ocean with such longing
and fear.
And no fear. But here's the thing, guys. Dot is such a good trainer that she says, you know what, Quaxwell? That's it. I'm putting on the wetsuit. We're going surfing because you're my boy and you love the water.
This moment is adding a point for this episode because Dot's consistent selflessness is wild in this series. I know Liko likes touting herself as just like, oh, I'm the most emotionally giving person on the... And Roy's like, everybody have a great time. I'm going to support you. But Dot is consistently doing things that she dislikes doing for others.
Very good point. Yeah. That is always something to think about. Murdoch can't believe it, by the way. That's a very deep thought, Taylor. Like, think about people who do a lot of things, and it looks like, oh, they're such a nice person. But what if they're really enjoying it? But then think about the selfless people who hate it, but they're just doing it to make somebody else happy. Very interesting.
Exactly.
Like when Michael goes to the park with me so I can bird watch, and yet he hates birds.
I don't
hate
worry.
Birds. He talks about that. He vents healthily.
I don't hate birds, don't hate dogs. She keeps lying. Gimme Ghoul can't believe it either that Dot is going to go into the water because that's her little golden gravy train ticket to get more coins. And there's not a lot of coins in the water, we don't think. So maybe
metal detecting's a thing. We're going to try to do that in Turkey.
Ooh. Dot is his little coin finder. Then we get Geese Peep's favorite shot of the episode where we see all the Pokemon hanging out under an umbrella. Take it away, Geese Peep.
We see Crocolore drinking some orange juice and wearing some sick shades. And I need to make that JPEG my profile picture everywhere.
Kilowattrel also wearing sunglasses.
Which is great.
Now, guys, it is time. It is time for the biggest wave.
News. You can't have that kind of a build-up without it being Poké-news of the week.
Taylor, it's the biggest wave of the season. This is like Bay Area Boulevard during the holidays. This is the biggest wave of the season.
We were at brunch, and there was this French girl, and we were talking about surfing, and she was talking about going to Portugal. And I'm sitting there converting all of these wave sizes to meters for her. And at some point, she and her boyfriend get a little confused with wave sizes. And she's like, no, it's like 30 meters. And he said, there aren't waves that big. That's ridiculous. And we looked it up. And we see pictures of these waves that are 100 feet tall and have people surfing them. People shouldn't do it.
No, I don't do
It's terrifying.
Like, who sees that?
Caused by the unique geography of the canyon that forms and funnels directly into that beach in Portugal.
Oh, the canyon.
So the waves can basically, because of the depth of the canyon, can form, and they don't have something that's...
Why does she keep saying cannon instead of canyon?
Mm-hmm. Canyon.
Yeah. Like fun.
Anyway, it's cool.
Funnin'. And everybody's surfing, including Gimme Ghoul. Gimme Ghoul, what are you doing on Dot's surfboard? What if you fall in? All your coins are going to fall out, little guy. What's the first thing Gimme Ghoul does, Geese Peep?
Falls off.
Thank goodness for selfless Dot, because she jumps in to save little baby Gimme Ghoul.
Even though he didn't need it, because this wooden chest full of gold coins is very buoyant.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Maybe he's moving his little legs down there, and somehow, I don't know how that would work physically, but scientifically, physically, what do you, power of physics, biology?
Yeah. If some would say that physics is one of the sciences.
Wow. Then we get a wonderful, everybody's favorite part of the episode, a PowerPoint presentation of everybody surfing. Look how much fun they're having.
Definitely my favorite part of the episode.
Dot almost falls in, but this time Quaxwell saves her. A lot of saving going around. Wonderful news.
Why on earth wouldn't you just take the time to make it look like everybody was moving in a line along a wave?
No, that was great what they decided to do.
They have to be doing so many episodes. That's the only thing I can think of. And people are just like, yeah, okay, what? It's the soap opera situation where they're just like, hey, we got to get going. We don't have time to make this good.
We gotta. It's at this point that Dot realizes. I mean, she could have just read a Pokedex entry, but it's at this point she realizes, oh, Gimme Ghoul wants all these coins so he can evolve into Gholdengo. Look at him; he's pretending he can surf just like Gholdengo. Oh.
It's crazy how she didn't think of that beforehand, but she understood that Gholdengo was the evolution to Gimme Ghoul.
Yeah, very strange.
That's interesting that you know one of those but not the other.
Very true. We cut to sunset, everybody's second or first favorite part of an episode. Saying that a lot this week. Bye, Gholdengo. We love you. You're the greatest Pokemon in the world. You're just so sick.
Yeah,
I wish you were my Pokemon. I wish I were you. Yeah, we love you. We should name the episode after you, Gholdengo. You're so cool.
So influential. Remember when Gholdengo was in the episode?
Wow.
Whoa.
Then we cut to poor Ludlow. He's on the beach, and his back is killing him because he stayed in Mighty G transformation Geese Peep for way longer than he should have. He did not need to be Mighty G that long.
It would have been so sick if Amethio was flying through the storm and he and Corviknight got enticed by Gholdengo and started following Gholdengo. Mighty G sees Gholdengo and thinks, uh-oh, I know this isn't good because I've seen stuff like this before. Then goes and rescues Amethio.
Yeah.
That would have made more sense than randomly going out into the storm.
Also, Taylor, Ludlow, a regular you. His knees are killing him. So, there you go.
I thought it was his back.
His back and his knees, Taylor.
That's real Taylor issues. Yep.
The kids find him, and we get a little heartwarming scene. Well, I guess the kids say something to him. But then we cut back to Dot. We get a heartwarming scene between her and Gimmighoul. And she's like, Gimmighoul, look.
She's like, can you stop controlling me? You don't have to. Can we just be friends?
Yeah, let's be friends. How about me? Hey, why don't I catch you? We'll be great friends. And Gimmighoul says, sure. Oh, yeah. Let me touch the Pokeball. And you know what, Gimmighoul? Me, Quaxwell, Tinkatuff, we'll just get coins for you out of the goodness of our own heart. You don't even need to take over our minds. We'll just do it.
It kind of sucks that Dot... All I'm going to say is thank God that Dot didn't have Sprigatito too, because she just has every Pokemon that wanders off on its own and gets into hijinks trying to collect stuff.
Yes. We then cut to the brave Olivine. We see Molly and Dot, and they're talking about Gimmighoul. Geese Peep. Disappointingly, what is Gimmighoul doing?
Controlling Dot.
He doesn't need to, buddy. You can stop.
No, we all laughed. It was a good...
Nobody laughed. It said to be continued, and I said, no, bad, Gimmighoul. Stop it. I thought we were friends.
And at this point, little Geese Peep remembers, wait, aren't they trying to look for Fritos? I feel like that hasn't come up in a hot second.
Nah, beach day.
Having fun at the beach. Gholdengo, Geese Peep.
Beach day.
Before we give this episode a score and discuss how we felt about it, Geese Peep, please tell us what the big mega of the week is this week on Pokemon Horizons. Neato things. Mega.
Yeah.
The armor Pokemon, Tyranitar.
Even though she said it correctly, it sounded so wrong.
It's because she's
all over.
It's like it's okay. I get it. It's fine. Go ahead.
Tyranitar.
Yes.
Tyranitar.
Yeah.
Tyranitar.
Yeah, hit ran harder.
Tyranitar.
Exactly. Good job, Geese. Wow. That's crazy.
Okay, so it's Mega Evolution. It's got a red tummy and has some extra, I guess, thorns on it. It's kind of
It's very powerful.
I
like that about him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go.
It stores its energy in the red bit on its torso, which is what we see in the Mega Evolution. And now that the torso is exposed, it can release even more intense power. And we see an animation of Nidothing in a little bush disguise with their binoculars looking out and telling us that it acts solely on an instinctual urge to destroy. So be careful. And then she drops the binoculars and then the Tyranitar eats her. Team Rocket style.
Yeah, she's blasting off again in a full ghillie suit, and Geese Peep, of course, is saying yeets with a Y. She's saying Y-E-E-T-S, but on the recording, it always sounds like eats. Tyranitar does not eat Dot. He just blasts her off again, but Geese Peep loves saying yeets. Yeets. Like the yins and the johns.
Mm-hmm.
Let's discuss this episode of Pokemon. What score are we going to give it? Did we like it? Did I like it? Yeah, I was laughing. I was having a fun time. I love Gholdengo.
2 episodes basically in one, but I didn't hate it.
I love Curry.
It was a fun time. It was a fun, goofy time, and I really enjoyed that. I was entertained the entire time, even though it had my least favorite Pokemon in it.
And you love the beach, so that's like 5 extra points for you.
I do love the beach.
Taylor, would you like to give this a score and a discussion?
A score, huh? That's tricky.
Or
This
how you
episode-
felt about it. And you could discover a score along the way.
That's true. That's true. Like the friends we made. There were just why is my review of this episode? Why not focus on Amethio in a cave? The classic. He should have bonded way more with Mighty G. Why not?
Well,
Why
because he
wouldn't
had
he
the
do that?
transformation going. It hurt his back, girl.
It would have been so sick if they had built upon that. Upon one, Ludlow seeing Amethio, because I don't know that they've met. Certainly not spent any one-on-one time together.
Right.
It would have been real cool if Amethio was the only one who knew who Mighty G was. Like, Mighty G throws out his back after saving Amethio. Amethio, using skills that Mighty G gives him, i.e. cook and curry, cooks for Ludlow, who's transformed back. So Amethio becomes the only one on the crew that knows Mighty G and Ludlow's secret.
And drying clothes.
And because he learned his lesson and he's going to follow his own path, but also take breaks, he's going to help Ludlow recover instead of going right to his mission.
Showing character growth, giving Amethio a place in the team, because he knows team lore that not even Fritos knows. And an opportunity for so many. Think about Ludlow maybe with like a little fever or in his sleep, dreaming in haiku, and he's teaching Amethio all of these different little guidance things. So Amethio is kind of following in Frito's footsteps.
We kind of glossed over it during the episode, but Geese Peep brought it up in her one-sentence synopsis. The big thing that Amethio's takeaway is maybe it's okay to have friends. Okay, maybe it's okay to trust and rely on people.
I'm in real time writing the episode for the writers, because for some reason they included, why was Gholdengo in the episode? Why?
The greatest Pokemon of all time.
I'm not saying I disliked it. I'm just saying why. You had such a cool opportunity with Amethio and Ludlow.
Every episode's better with Gholdengo. Here's what I'm going to say. The fact that it was 2 episodes stitched together makes it more interesting to watch because you're bouncing around. It was more interesting to me. I would have been bored if it was just Amethio in a cave the whole time, probably.
I think I would have loved it. I would have gone to town learning about Amethio's backstory, learning about Ludlow's backstory, watching Amethio grow as a character, taking care of Ludlow.
I have to give this episode a pretty high score because if we start thinking about things I like to see in an episode, we've got curry, we've got Gholdengo, we've got fun, we've got Dot being great, we've got laughs, adorable, cute, cool. Did I already say the sunglasses, Geese Peep? That was sick.
Yeah.
You love the beach.
Here's what I'll say to add on to Taylor's point. It's interesting because the last episode really reminded me a lot of The Last Airbender with Zuko. And in this one, to Taylor's point, we could have had just Amethio and Ludlow in kind of a similar situation in The Last Airbender with
Iroh and Zuko.
Yeah. And then Zuko caring for Uncle Iroh, and then the reverse happening, and the identity thing with spoilers, The Last Airbender. Zuko being the blue spirit or whatever.
Oh, it would have been, and then Amethio could have been like, honor.
I don't even remember all that.
You're not a true fan.
Never claimed to be. Only watched every episode.
That being said, would I have liked that episode? Yes. But did I like the episode that we did in fact watch? Also, yes. I don't know. Anytime there's goofs and gaffs and good faces and sunglasses and beach, I do enjoy it.
What's your score?
Yes, Geese. What's your score?
What's your score?
I asked you first.
Oh, right. Never mind. I'm not offering mine. In solidarity with y'all. We're on the same team here.
What if we gave 2 separate scores for each half of the episode?
I'm not giving the PowerPoint presenters that.
You can give a score for last week's if you can't think of this week's, Geese Peep. Please.
Last week's, I don't know, a 9.6.
Wow, you loved it.
I thought you guys gave it really high scores too.
We did, double 9.5s if I'm
What
not
even
mistaken.
happened last week?
It was great.
They went to the island, right?
Okay, I don't know what
Wait,
score
no,
to give it.
9.6 is too high. Give it a
Too bad.
9.4.
Yeah, 9.6 is in the skies.
I'll
for
fix
this
it later.
episode.
We gotta come up with a score for this.
I wasn't done with my thoughts on the
Well,
episode
please
either.
tell us, Taylor.
Okay, all right, I will.
There just wasn't a throughway between the parts of the episode. It was just like two little vignettes that had nothing to do with each other.
Well, they were
'Cause-
both by water. There was sand in both of them.
It would have been sick if you had seen Amethio go out of the cave and say, oh, the storm's breaking in the distance. And then he looks over, there's a bunch of sun, and then you zoom in on the sun, or the sunny patch, and that's where the kids are. Or it's something connecting them. It was
It's
weird.
just Ludlow connecting.
This is like an 8.4 episode for me, I think. Like,
8.4.
it's good. It was funny. I just wish that it was more cohesive.
I want to give it an 8.8, but there's so many wonderful, fun things I love in this episode. We got adorable, cute, fun, cool, the outfits, the beach, Curry. There's so many things I liked. We got Doc catching a new Pokemon. Love Gholdengo. I guess we'll just do 9.0 for me. Geese Peep, what is your score for this episode?
9.3.
9.3. What an episode. Guys, we did it. And that concludes our discussion of this Gholdengo episode, the greatest Pokemon known to man. Taylor, can you please read the email this week? It is a follow-up response from Shiny Sylveon. Please take it away. Enemies to besties is the subject line. Last week, Shiny Sylveon asked about honorifics regarding Amethio and Liko. And I explained exactly why that happened, because the goons are employees and Liko does not. Liko sees Amethio as an equal. That's why she doesn't use honorifics.
That was a good point. Anyway, enemies to besties. I didn't consider that before. By the way, Frito's never used an honorific for Amethio. That is what I was thinking. P.S. Episode 34. Thank you for answering this, because I was actually confusing two different situations in my head. Amethio and Hamburgers were battling, and Dusk Noir used Shadow Ball, which Ceruledge countered with Psycho Cut, creating a smoke screen. Hamburgers used this later in the battle as a trap to hit Ceruledge when it couldn't see, knocking it out. The boys have been training hard.
Which is what I said. Yeah, that's what I remembered. Yeah, so we did it.
Yeah, we did it. But we were also on the fence because we didn't know if that had happened in a different situation. It's sick. It's sick to see growth like that.
Shiny Sylveon also writes in Japanese, Mata tode, which means see you later. I always read mata ne, see you later, mata ashita, see you tomorrow. So see you later. Mata tode. Yes, Geese Peep.
My mom just texted me asking if I want calzones.
Yes, you do.
No, she's always pushing for calzones, but I don't want a calzone. I just want pizza.
Get a pizza then. Tell her pizza.
It might be too late.
I ate so much. Guncan on her trip to New York, I can't remember if I talked about this here. She went through such a trial to bring me Juliana's pizza, and I reheated it for like 5 days.
Yes, we do. Yeah, I do recall.
Okay, good.
Geese Peep, it's time to bring it on into the wrap-up and tell your mother it's pizza time.
I don't even want pizza. We just had pizza.
Oh, my God. Well, just give the wrap-up anyway.
Don't give the
Yes.
wrap-up, Geese.
Thanks, everyone, for listening. You can find us at Look, Listen, Cast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. Please like and comment so more people can find us.
Yeah, guys, like I said before, what I should have been saying at the beginning of this podcast is I just came back from Pokemon Worlds and I applied for a creator pass, but I got denied. So let's pump those numbers up. Let's get some likes and some views going, everybody. Take it away, Geese. Time for Keith. Geese Peep.
Thank you, everyone, to Keith
No.
Square.
Sure. Yep. Thank you, everyone, to Keith.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone, for Keith. Thank you to Keith for artwork. You can find him at twitch.tv/KeithSquared.
Shouts out Professor
Tickle Bits.
for the,
Boilerplate.
that's Twitch and website.
No.
That's twitch.tv/prof_ticklebits. Please recommend this podcast to your friends, families, people who like Pokemon. That's right. And please send your questions like Shiny Sylveon did to looklistencast@gmail.com. Guys, big spoilers coming up soon in the anime. we got the whole reason I started watching this anime. That's right. Exclusive reveals of new Pokemon that aren't in the games yet. Big spoilers. All right.
Gholdengo? Mega Gholdengo.
Everybody's going to say goodbye. Taylor's going to say goodbye once.
Goodbye.
Say goodbye like 4 to 5 times-ish. Goodbye. Take it away.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Bye. Goodbye. Howdy, y'all. It's me, Geese Peep. Thank you for listening to the Geese Peep Productions podcast.
Geese Peep Enterprises, doing business as Peep Industries, together with its subsidiaries, is a diversified worldwide entertainment company with operations in media networks, talent management, parks and resorts, multimedia entertainment, and consumer products and interactive media. Geese Peep Enterprises is a Dow 30 company